Welcome, movie lovers. Gosh, I am so behind on reviews lately. First, there was the citywide blackout caused by so many people using air conditioners due to the heat, which is to be expected. Then there was no internet for 2 days as a result of the blackout. Then there's been this and that, but right now I can finally focus on some reviews. So today I'll be reviewing Professor Marston and the Wonder Women. And I shall try to do this review without getting emotional. Professor Marston and the Wonder Women is a 2017 American biographical drama film directed and written by Angela Robinson. This is the story of a psychologist, William Moulton Marston, and his polyamorous relationship with his wife and his mistress, who would inspire his creation of the superheroine Wonder Woman. While many of the details in this film are speculative and were based on Robinson's interpretation of their story, I don't think that even remotely stops this film from being unbelievably breathtaking. I don't remember the last time a film literally took my breath away. From the moment it began, I was completely captivated by every single aspect of the film that was shown before my eyes. Captivated by utterly incredible performances, captivated by absolutely beautiful writing, and captivated by what, for me, I would call the best cinematography I have seen in ages. I very rarely watch a film and take note of the cinematography, but oh boy did it grab my attention in this film. Even at one point having me say out loud, "Holy shit, the cinematography is bloody brilliant." Bryce Faulkner, who is responsible for the cinematography, did a phenomenal job. I'm finding it hard to describe how in sync everything was. You have a deep and profound story being performed impeccably by these incredible actors that are pulling you in, and then you have the camera capturing every fine detail and emphasizing all the right moments to draw you in even further. Never has the way a film was shot captivated me just as much as the story. When I first learned the story of Professor Marston and his unconventional relationship, I got a little judgmental for no other reason than I am a monogamous and could never see myself devoted to more than one person. Not to mention the trailer made this film look very sexualized, but once I was watching it, it didn't feel that way at all. If anything, I felt this film represented everything that Wonder Woman stands for. Unconditional love, compassion, unity, and an open mind and a strong sense of standing up for what's right. In this film, I found a story about three people who loved and respected each other unconditionally, who never experienced anger or hatred or jealousy towards each other, who had a family and never felt possessive enough to say, "This is mine, not yours," but to see a family as something with an incredible capacity to share and give love. We have Luke Evans, who plays William Moulton Marston, a psychologist, activist, husband, and father. Marston believed that the remedy to women no longer wishing to be seen as tender, submissive, peace-loving girls, and for women's stronger qualities to no longer be despised, was to create a feminine character, quote, "with all the strength of Superman plus all the allure of a good and beautiful woman." His inspiration for Wonder Woman came from the two women in his life he respected the most. His wife, Elizabeth Marston, played by Rebecca Hall, an American attorney and psychologist who with her husband developed the systolic blood pressure test used to detect deception, and Olive Byrne, played by Bella Heathcote, the Marston's lover and live-in mistress. Two smart, loving women, Olive, who was kind and compassionate and nurturing and stayed home to care for all four children, and Elizabeth, an independent, assertive, strong, intelligent woman who worked hard to support her family financially. Together they embodied the feminism of the day, and when you watch the dynamic in this film, you find yourself asking, how could they not have inspired Wonder Woman? This film depicts them as two sides of the one coin. Together, they are the perfect woman. The performances of these three actors, even on their own, was sheer perfection, but when they were together, it was elevated to something so powerful that their every interaction was so moving and emotional, it was almost overwhelming. I can't explain why this film had such a profound impact on me, but something about watching the human capacity for unconditional love and fighting to just be happy in a world where it feels as though everyone is happiest when seeing others unhappy, it just speaks to me. Every visual captures that very essence. The writing is so immaculate, I just want to find Angela Robinson and hug her to death. It completely blows my mind that this film was so under-advertised, with so many movie theaters not even playing it. In the year that the first Wonder Woman film was released and killed it at the box office, how do you not promote the hell out of a film depicting the man who created her and the women who inspired her very existence? How does that happen? In the last month, I have watched a fair few films that were released last year, though not in this country till now, and many of them I gave perfect scores to. If I had to redo my top 10 best films of 2017 list, I would put this film at first place. It is powerful and beautiful and captivating and in some ways majestic, and still at this very moment has kept me in a highly emotional state. There is something heightened about this film. It takes something so simple and elevates it to something extraordinary, which, as I say those words, once again makes me think of Wonder Woman. If I had to say, this film would have been nominated for the Golden Globes, SAGs, and the Oscars, but I don't, and it's not, and that pains me. This film deserves so much more acknowledgement and praise than it has received. I can't force people to watch this, and I can't force them to even love it as much as I do, but I can hope that Angela Robinson knows what an incredible film she made. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, please subscribe to this channel if you're not already, give one of those thumb buttons a push, and comment down below if you've seen this movie, and tell me your thoughts on it. Until next time, bye!
Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, 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 don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me.